Happy weekend from Fextralife. If you've been too busy to keep up on the latest in RPG gaming news, or are looking for a refresher, we've got your back. Let's take a look at the comings and goings across the Fextralife Wiki Network.
Moving like a soldier.
Naughty Dog revealed this week that Uncharted: The Lost Legacy will come with access to Uncharted 4: A Thief's End multiplayer and survival modes. Owners of Uncharted 4: A Thief's End Digital Deluxe Edition, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End Triple Pack, and Uncharted 4: A Thief's End Explorers Pack will receive Uncharted: The Lost Legacy as a download at launch. Additionally, players who pre-order will receive a digital copy of Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy for the PS4 system on launch day. Stay tuned for more information as the game's launch is on August 22nd, which is just a few days away. Horns of the Reach, the new DLC for Elder Scrolls Online, went live on PC this week, with it scheduled to launch on PS4 and Xbox One later this month. Although the DLC only added 2 new 4-man dungeons in terms of area to explore, there were several changes that made significant impact into the way the game is played. See our article illustrating and explaining these changes on the blog for further details. Not only did the game get a new DLC, they also released an exclusive skin in their crown store, Ebony Epidermis. It looks somewhat similar to the skin you get from doing one of the game's many trials, and has since been removed as it was a limited time offer. If you missed out, then you'll have to hope it comes back at a later date. We also posted the first of a weekly series where we feature one set from ESO and explore all the possibilities and builds you can make. The new series has been coordinated with ZeniMax's community management team and has their full support, so it should reach a large chunk of the Elder Scrolls Online community. Have a request or a set you'd like us to cover? Let us know and we'll see what we can do. Check out the full guide on the blog. Conan Exiles released on Xbox One on August 16th, including the new expansion, The Frozen North. The Frozen North is now available for PC players playing the early access that began on January 31st of this year as well. This new expansion adds new areas to explore, new and harsh weather like snow and sleet, new buildings and resources, new enemies, and much more. See our article on the blog for all the details on The Frozen North. Have you been stuck in a rut and needing a getaway to some exotic remote location you'd only see in Uncharted or Tomb Raider? We've got you covered. We published our holiday getaway guide to Siem Reap in Cambodia this week, so check out this 8-part article that shows you the ins and outs of the now extinct civilization of Angkor. Located in between China and India, it thrived from trade and plunder from 800 to 1400 AD. It was the largest urban center in the world with a peak of an estimated 900,000 residents in the capital and 2 million within its borders. Dotted with some of the most breathtaking Hindu temples, most of which are now over 1,000 years old. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience that any gamer will be sure to remember. And even if you can't get away anytime soon, come check out the history of a people that endured over a millennia and get lost in its wonder. For those of you that saw last week's top RPG news, you'll note that Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice launched on the 8th of August. The game has been receiving praise all over the internet for its intense storytelling, its unique heroine Senua, and for downright beautiful visuals that completely immerse players into the Viking era. Check out our review on the blog for all our thoughts on the indie AAA title. With just over a week until the release of the much anticipated fighting game/RPG hybrid Absolver, one of our users who played the game's beta managed to get into the game files and find images of all the weapons and armor located there. If you're curious how many weapons and how many armor sets there are, then drop by and have a look at the article up on the blog. Since it was the beta game files, it may not be all of them, but it's going to be damn close. Stay tuned for more Absolver coverage throughout August and on into September. Publisher Deep Silver gave away free copies of Deadlight Director's Cut this week. The Director's Cut features updated visuals, textures, improved controls, as well as new animations to make Randall easier to move around. Additionally, Deadlight Director's Cut offers a new game mode called Survival Arena, which allows players to use interactive defenses to block zombies, access new areas in the game, or fight back your adversaries by using new weapons including a machine gun, Molotov cocktail, and sniper rifle. If you missed out on this offer, all I can say is, pay more attention to the blog. Magnus Games announced that its upcoming farming and monster raising JRPG Re-Legend is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, in addition to the previously confirmed PC. The news follows the game's ongoing Kickstarter campaign, which quickly smashed its funding goal, and has now surpassed its respective stretch goals for each console. Check out our blog article to see what all these goals are and what will be included in the game. Not only has Warner Bros. Been showing off footage of Shadow of War recently, which releases in October of this year, but they have also given us some insight into its endgame activities. After players have completed the game and conquered Mordor, they will begin something called Shadow Wars, which pits the player in various missions to prevent what he or she has conquered from being reclaimed by Sauron. Players who succeed in these missions will receive the game's true ending that apparently ties in the events from Shadow of War directly to Lord of the Rings. One can only wonder what it might be. Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana released a new trailer this week called Adol the Red. The 8th installment into this iconic JRPG series, which launched last fall, is coming to the US and Europe on PS4, PC, and PS Vita next month. Never heard of the series? It's one of our top 5 RPGs for September, so be sure to check out that article and video to learn more about it. Additionally, players who purchase the game early will have access to a few free DLC. Guild Wars 2 is releasing its second expansion, Path of Fire, next month, and to help get promotion going for this, they are having a demo weekend for players wishing to check it out. It is not necessary to pre-order the expansion to participate, and players who don't already have an account can register for free and play as well. If you haven't already heard about this expansion, it adds specializations to each class. Also, for the first time ever in the history of the franchise, mounts will be added to the game. For full details on the demo weekend, check out our article on the blog. Capcom announced this week that Monster Hunter World will be playable for the first time ever at Tokyo Game Show later next month. This long-anticipated rendition of the fan-favorite Monster Hunter was announced at E3 this year, and is due for release in early 2018. Stay tuned for more coverage, as we'll be attending Tokyo Game Show and hopefully be getting to spend some hands-on time as well. Maximum Games and Taurus Games have announced Beast Quest, that will launch on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on October 31st. For those unfamiliar with Beast Quest, it is an action-adventure game with RPG elements based on the best-selling fantasy novel series, which has released over 120 different books to date and sold more than 17 million copies worldwide. We'll be keeping an eye on this one, and with a release date right around the corner, you can be sure we'll have some more info real soon. That's a wrap for Week in Wikis. We're looking forward to another great week of gaming fun. Don't forget to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits, and budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks for a great week, and always keep checking in with us for news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness. Follow us on social media for all the latest and greatest. The more followers we get, the larger the army of the Fexus grows.